How would you prefer your lungs, beautiful and clean or burdened with pollution? Continue to watch until the end to understand how we can play a role in making a difference for the future of our planet.
Shaping futures.
Understand the importance of sustainability and the impact of climate change to you and your business. Have you noticed how hot the weather has been lately? It seems like every summer is getting hotter, but have you ever asked why? Today, we're going to explore an interesting topic that affects us all: global warming.
Imagine the Earth as a large plant house. Just as houseplants capture heat from the sun to maintain a comfortable temperature for plants, our atmosphere captures heat from the sun to maintain a comfortable temperature for us to live. However, in the past century, something has changed.
Human activities, from pollution to overpopulation,
are drying up the Earth's temperature and fundamentally changing the world around us. Humans have burned fossil fuels such as coal, oil, and natural gas to power cars, generate electricity, and heat our homes. These fuels release gases called greenhouse gases into the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide and methane.
The main cause of phenomenon known as the greenhouse effect gases in the atmosphere, such as carbon dioxide, methane, nitrous oxide and fluorinated, let the sun's light in, but keep some of the heat from escaping. Like the glass wall of the greenhouse, the more greenhouse gases in the atmosphere, the more heat gets trapped, strengthening the greenhouse effect and increasing the Earth temperature. Human activities like the burning of fossil fuel have increased the amount of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere.
The increase in carbon dioxide emissions has been closely correlated with the rise in global temperatures observed over the past century. Plastic pollution, much like a greenhouse gas blanket encircling the Earth, traps heat close to the surface, contributing to rising global temperatures. The rapid increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere has warmed the planet in an alarming rate.
This phenomenon scientists call global warming, and this is no small change. It has serious implications for our planet and all living things.
Today, we'll examine what causes global warming, why it matters, and what we can do about it. By understanding these issues, we can all play a role in making a difference for the future of our planet.
Climate change has consequences for global warming.
Disrupted supply chain.
Melting ice.
Extreme winter, summer, El Niño, La Niña.
Rising sea levels.
Health issues.
Natural disasters.
Extreme weather.
Business competitiveness.
And depleted resources.
Melting ice. Ice sheet, such as Greenland and Antarctica, are melting. The extra water that was once held in glacier causes seas level to rise and spills out to the ocean, flooding coastal region. This changes in weather pose challenges towards natural disaster.
Why melting ice is a concern. Melting ice does not contribute to increased carbon dioxide, but the process does.
Global temperature rise due to increase in greenhouse gases in the atmosphere.
Isopermafrost starts to melt, thaw with higher temperature.
Previously frozen organic matter decays due to melting, thawing.
The decayed organic matter releases carbon dioxide and methane into the atmosphere.
Carbon dioxide and methane in the atmosphere.
Disrupted supply chain and depleted resources, growing crops become more difficult. The areas where plants and animals can live, water supply are diminished.
Health issues. In addition to creating new agricultural challenges, climate change can directly affect people's physical health, which caused by pollutions. In urban area, the warmer atmosphere create an environment that traps the increases of the amount of smoke. This is because smoke contains ozone particles, which increase rapidly at higher temperature. Exposure to higher level of smoke can cause health problems such as asthma, heart disease and lung cancer. Business competitiveness. Global warming is increasingly affecting business competitiveness by necessitating adaptation to climate-related risks, increasing regulatory pressures, and driving demand for sustainable practices and products.
Extreme weather, warmer temperature also make weather more extreme. This means not only more intense major storm, flood, and heavy snowfall, but also longer and more frequent drought. Imagine a split-screen composition showcasing contrasting weather extremes on a global scale. On the left side, illustrate a bustling urban scene overtaken by heavy rainfall and flooding. show cars struggling through waterlogged streets, people with umbrellas, and emergency responders aiding affected residents. On the right side, depict a vast rural landscape suffering from an extended drought, show cracked and parched earth, wilting crops, and livestock gathered around drying water sources. Include a scorching sun in the sky to emphasize the intensity of the drought. Explore 3 pivotal global and national initiatives: United Nations Sustainable Development, the Paris Agreement, and the pursuit of net zero. In this episode, we will explain on what is the United Nations Sustainable Development,
a set of global established and adopted by world leaders as a UN summit in September 2015 as part of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development.
Focus on 3 dimensions of sustainable development: economic, social, and environmental.
Serves as a universal call to action to end poverty, protect the planet, and ensure prosperity for all by 2030.
The United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, SDGs, represent a global commitment to addressing pressing challenges such as poverty, inequality, climate change, environmental degradation, peace, and justice. Adopted in 2015 by all UN member states, the 17 SDGs outline a blueprint for a more sustainable future by 2030, aiming to ensure prosperity for all while safeguarding the planet's resources for future generations. These goals encourage collaboration among governments, businesses, civil society, and individuals worldwide to achieve a world that is equitable, inclusive, and environmentally resilient.
The World Best Plan to end poverty in all its forms everywhere.
The World Best Plan to achieve zero hunger and food security and improve nutrition and promote sustainable agriculture.
The World Best Plan to maintain good health and well-being, ensure healthy lives and promote well-being for all at all ages.
The World Best Plan to provide quality education. Ensure inclusive and equitable quality education and promote lifelong learning opportunities for all.
The World Best Plan to achieve gender equality and empower all women and girls.
The World Best Plan to maintain clean water and sanitation, ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all.
The World Best Plan to ensure access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all.
The World Best Plan for all decent work and economic growth. To promote sustained, inclusive, and sustainable economic growth. Full and productive employment and decent work for all.
The World Best Plan for industry, innovation, and infrastructure. To build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation.
The World Best Plan to reduce inequalities. Reduce income inequality within and among countries.
The World Best Plan to have sustainable cities and communities. Make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable.
The World Best Plan to have responsible consumption and production. Ensure sustainable consumption and production patterns. Climate.
The World Best Plan for climate action. Take urgent action to combat climate change and its impacts by regulating emissions and promoting a renewable energy life.
The World Best Plan to life below water. Conserve and sustainably use the ocean, seas, and marine resources for sustainable development.
The World Best Plan to life on land. Protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, combat desertification and halt and reverse land degradation, and halt biodiversity loss.
The World Best Plan to peace, justice, and strong institutions. Promote peaceful and inclusive societies for sustainable development. Provide access to just use for all and build effective, accountable, and inclusive institutions at all levels.
The World Best Plan to partnerships for the goal. Strengthen the means of implementation and revitalize the Global Partnership for Sustainable Development.
To discover the remaining 2 key global and national initiatives, stay tuned to watch our channel.
If you like my video, please click the subscribe and like button.